Sunfyre is alive. After 2 straight seasons of HBO insisting Aegon's dragon died at Rook's Rest, episode 4 finally cracks. Aegon puts his hands on that golden corpse and it's breathing. And that's not even the darkest thing this week. Daemon hands the queen a charred human skull as a gift. Sort of. We've got a lot to get through. Welcome back to Media Breakdown, the channel that breaks down every episode and every terrible Targaryen decision so you don't have to reread all 736 pages of fire and blood. This is the halfway point. Episode 4 of 8, Tumbleton. 62 minutes, and easily the most off-book episode this show has ever done. Book readers are currently in shambles. Here's why. Everything that goes wrong this episode traces back to one missing prince. Criston Cole and Gwaine Hightower reach Harrenhal expecting Aemond and Vhagar. Instead, a burned-out garrison and Alice Rivers, who claims, completely straight-faced, that Aemond took the castle and then just left. She's lying. Last week ended with Aemond collapsing at her feet with a knife in his back. My money. He's stashed inside Harrenhal, and Vhagar's parked on the Isle of Faces. Remember, the Premier established Alice is friendly with the Green Men there. That's a loaded gun. So the Green's 2 best soldiers split the difference. Gwaine rides for Tumbleton to join his cousin Ormond. Criston stays behind to wage guerrilla war on the Black Army, marching south. It's a suicide mission and Criston knows it. He's almost relieved. The man's been chasing an honorable death for a season and a half, and Fabienne Frankel is quietly doing some of the best work on this show. Now the main event. Tumbleton, merchant city in the Reach that declared for Rhaena, which is exactly why Ormond Hightower marched 15,000 soldiers inside its walls. He's not hiding from her dragons. He's hiding behind her own people. She can't burn the city without roasting thousands of her own subjects, a human shield the size of a city. Except the plan had one dependency. Aemond showing up, and the only reason Ormond believes that is the letter Alicent forged back in the premiere. So when Gwaine's raven arrives saying Aemond has vanished, Ormond loses it, smashes his sword into a table, screaming. And watch Daemon in that scene. He quietly waves the serving boy out before the meltdown starts. He's seen this before, many times. One wordless beat that tells you exactly how this kid grew up. Then it gets ugly. One of Ormond's billeted soldiers, Garrick, tries to assault Cat, Hugh the Dragonseed's wife, and her brother steps in. Ormond's public response. Garrick is gelded, arm broken, order must be maintained. Daemon watches inspired. His lord is honorable after all. Then the trap springs. Ormond reveals the real plan. Put Daemon on the Iron Throne. Not Aegon, not Aemond. His own tame Targaryen, raised under the light of the Seven. Brown hair instead of white, wings clipped. Tessarion is literally in chains. And remember, this is the real Daemon. The hostage demon dragged to King's Landing last episode was a body double. The price of admission, Daemon must execute Cat's brother himself. Laying hands on a Hightower soldier is laying hands on the crown. Daemon argues self-defense, argues mercy, and Ormond just says he sounds like his dead father. That's the button. Daemon takes Ormond's Valyrian steel sword, Vigilance, and drives it through an innocent man's heart. My honest take, gorgeous production, James Norton having the time of his life. But in the book, this relationship is functional, and Daemon becomes Daemon the Daring. The show turned his mentor into a monster, and I don't fully buy it. Wait, actually, I don't buy it yet. If this is set up for Daemon breaking his chains, I'll take it all back. Meanwhile, Daemon flies to the Eyrie to shake down Jane Eyre for gold because the crown is broke. She pays, happily, mostly because she enjoys watching the man who murdered Ray Royce squirm. But the real story happens on the way home. Caraxes ignores Daemon's commands. First time we've ever seen him lose control of his own dragon, and beelines to a cave. Inside, Sheepstealer, and Rhaena, his own daughter hiding, because Rhaenyra believes Sheepstealer's rider caused Jace's death at the Gullet. Rhaena begs him to lie, say the rider is dead, and Daemon doesn't just lie. He kills a random shepherd, burns the body, and presents the charred skull to Rhaenyra as proof. The most loyal act of fatherhood he's ever committed, built on the corpse of a man who did nothing wrong, and it doesn't even land. Rhaenyra wanted answers. Who was this rider? Why attack Jace? Were the Greens involved? A skull answers nothing. She buys the lie. Mysaria clocks it instantly. That skull is a time bomb, rapid fire, from the capital. Corlys walks. Still stung that Rhaenyra wouldn't legitimize his sons, he sails off to fight pirates and pointedly seats Alan of Hull in his small council chair. Petty, elegant, 10 out of 10. And the Alan Rhaenyra scene over Viserys' broken Valyria model, 2 people crushed under larger-than-life fathers, is the sleeper highlight of the episode. Torrhen Manderly becomes Master of Coin, appointed mostly so someone else takes the blame when everyone learns the treasury is empty. Cold, smart, Orwyle keeps his chair by proposing the actual counter to Ormond. Don't burn Tumbleton. March the Winter Wolves and Riverlanders down there. Weeks away, though, with Kristen hunting them the whole road south. Ulf gets grounded. He asks favors for his tavern friends. Rhaena bans him from taverns entirely. Strategically correct, personally disastrous, and on his way out he drops the news. Queen of Bastards! Graffiti is spreading. Her response, gold cloaks shaking down the small folk, burns through whatever goodwill she had left. The quiet bombshell, Helena is pregnant. Barely underlined, but that's Maelor. The child everyone thought the show cut. The one George R. R. Martin publicly fought with HBO about. He's back on the board. And one move that matters. Hugh asks to take Vermithor and stand watch over Tumbleton. Cat is trapped in there. Rhaenyra agrees. One condition, restraint. The Bronze Fury settling down outside the walls as Ormond's men look up. Chills. Every piece is converging on one town. Quick structure note. The episode literally closes on Tumbleton. Vermithor at the walls. Daemon's execution. But the reveal that defines the season belongs to a man scooping latrine buckets. Aegon and Larys reach Rook's Rest, where Melis still rots on the curtain wall and children loot corpses. Locals are charging coin to touch the dead golden dragon, Aegon's own dragon, monetized as a roadside attraction. Larys poses as a Septon. Aegon nearly blows their cover twice, hugging Sunfyre and rambling in High Valyrian that his dragon still lives. He pockets a scale. Later, denied food at the refugee camp, the former king of the Seven Kingdoms is forced to kneel and kiss a loudmouth's filthy boot. Glen Carney sells every second, and Larys, already plotting a Braavosi ship out of Duskendale, talks Aegon into the tactical genius of staying dead. Nobody hunts a corpse. And the moment itself, hands on his dragon, Aegon knows. Sunfyre isn't dead, dormant, wounded, sleeping for months, but alive. The dragon never wakes on screen. Doesn't matter. Why, it's the most important beat of the season. In Fire and Blood, Sunfyre has a crucial role in the endgame. No spoilers, but killing him early would have been the biggest deviation this show could make. So the ending sets up three things. Aegon's road back runs through that dragon. The king whose dragon shines gold just got his symbol back. The Greens now hold a trump card nobody in King's Landing knows exists. And Aegon, at his absolute lowest, kissing boots in a refugee camp, just got back the one thing he's ever genuinely loved. That's not a coincidence. That's an origin story. Episode 5 lands Sunday, July 19th, and everything is funneling into Tumbleton. Ormond's 15,000 men inside, Hugh and Vermithor outside, the Winter Wolves marching south and hunting them, and Daemon standing beside a chained Tessarian deciding what kind of Targaryen he wants to be. Book readers flinch at the word Tumbleton. Everyone else, buckle up, and somebody check on Aemond. That Harrenhal lie has a shelf life. If this saved you a rewatch, you know the drill. Subscribe, smash the like so the algorithm finds the next confused Targaryen fan, and drop your take below. Daemon's skull stunt. The worst thing he's ever done, or weirdly the most loving? I read everything. Next on Media Breakdown, Episode 5 the moment it airs. And if Aemond shows up, we're going live. See you in the next one.